One of the things I wanted to talk about is civility in social media as we all endure COVID-19. And it's been interesting because a few weeks ago, some of my friends who are my age, maybe a little bit younger and some older, they were sharing We Are the World, USA for Africa, to really help with relief efforts in Africa. And that was a time when a lot of people really came together and kind of put, political, ideological differences aside to really champion a worthwhile cause. And it was really just incredible. And just the song We Are the World, for people of a certain age, it just still just like rings in your ear. And seeing the video of all these incredibly talented musical artists coming together to sing this song and to help support, again, a worthwhile cause was just magnificent. And you think about that in, I don't know, it was like I want to say like 1984 or 85, something like that. It was in the mid to early 80s. And then you come back to today. But in between those two, there was a period with 9/11 where I think people really came together and kind of put, even if somewhat briefly, put differences aside and really focused on what was best for the country after the country had been attacked on September the 11th, 2001. And I think a lot of people put, their differences aside, and, you look at things now, decades after We Are the World, and, actually now a couple decades after, it's just incredible to think about that, 2001. It's been almost 20 years since 9/11. You look at where we are now in COVID-19, and with social media being what it is right now, and in this country, and really not even just this country, but this world being probably more polarized than it's maybe ever been. And I think social media has probably facilitated that. I don't want to say it's responsible for it. I mean, social media is a tool that, like a knife, it can be used for positive things. It can be used to slice bread. It can be used to spread butter on bread. It can be used to slice cheese, slice meat. It can be used for a lot of positive things, and then it can be used for damaging and even deadly purposes. And so, social media is a tool, and some people use it very responsibly. Sticking to kind of the tenets of what social media was really about, which is people engaging each other, people with mutual interests, coming together and being able to communicate with each other, where they might be in different states, around the country, or they might be in different countries around the world. Social media was a way of kind of closing things down and making us closer together, even if not physically, virtually and digitally. So social media was supposed to bring us together. But you look at the way politics are nowadays, the combination of politics being more polarized than they've ever been, and social media being this tool where people can lash out pretty easily, with the shield of social media. So they don't have to talk to you face to face. They don't have to try to have a well-reasoned argument. They can be sarcastic. They can troll you. They can bait you. And then they can use passive-aggressive tools like the reactions, the anger, the laughing. The laughing reaction is just one that's just, it feels like it's just so abused nowadays by people that it's just like a taunt that people use. And so I just say all that to say it's just really kind of sad where we are in a lot of ways, where social media has become a vessel for people to just be hateful, divisive, and just political in a toxic sort of way. And I think that's a shame. At a time when our country should be really coming together and we should be putting political differences aside, we should be really focusing on the best interests. We're just increasingly political on just a completely toxic level. Now, it doesn't mean that some politicians haven't done things wrong or couldn't have done things better. It doesn't mean that some in the media were responsible and some were irresponsible. It doesn't mean that people on different sides of the political mainstream have said or posted stupid things, while some have posted smart things that are researched and well-founded. But when you look at where we are and the toxicity, and you think of the ease in which social media allows people to just take shots at people, you just hope that at some point we'll get to a space where we can come back closer to the togetherness that I think a lot of people felt more so during We Are the World and after September the 11th, 2001. It'd be nice to get there, but I'm not holding my breath that we'll get there, because we're more polarized than we've ever been, at least in my lifetime. And I don't see it getting better anytime soon. I want to be hopeful, but boy, is it hard.